Notes. I'm Tommy McNeil. The number of people around the world who have contracted the coronavirus has surged beyond 500,000, and the United States tops the list, according to a Johns Hopkins University tally. Meanwhile, the U.S. Congress is poised to take the next step in approving an unprecedented $2.2 trillion economic rescue package that will provide one-time checks for most Americans and significant enhancements to unemployment benefits. Both will provide much-needed help to those recently laid off and to financially stressed households as the coronavirus shuts down much of the economy. President Trump said on Thursday his administration is preparing new coronavirus guidelines that would characterize U.S. counties as high risk, medium risk, or low risk, and declared that the American people have to get back to work. Mr. Trump said he had told state governors earlier in the day in a letter that his administration would be updating its guidance and social distancing related to the pandemic. The president will receive recommendations this weekend from his advisors about the next steps in the battle to stop the coronavirus and reignite the U.S. economy. Vice President Mike Pence said this at a White House news briefing on coronavirus. Mr. Trump has been pressing for days to get the economy moving again despite an increasing number of U.S. coronavirus cases that the strict measures recommended by his advisors are meant to curb. President Trump's desire to reopen the coronavirus-battered economy in a matter of weeks has thrust the administration into the delicate position of weighing the revival of commerce versus the value of human life. In recent days, he's latched onto the notion that the cure for the pandemic should not be worse than a disease, and has targeted a return to semblance of normalcy for the economy by Easter Sunday, April 12th. This is VOA News. As hospitals and nursing homes desperately search for hand sanitizer amid the coronavirus outbreak, federal regulators are preventing ethanol producers from providing millions of gallons of alcohol that could be transformed into the germ-killing mixture. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration's roadblock has been frustrating the healthcare and ethanol industries, which have been calling for a relaxed regulation to deal with the public health care emergency. The problem for the ethanol industry is that most plants make food-grade ethanol one step below the highest pharmaceutical grade. As the United States works overtime to screen thousands for the coronavirus, a new blood test offers the chance to find out who may have immunity, a potential game changer in the battle to contain infections and get the economy back on track. Several academic laboratories and medical companies are rushing to produce these blood tests, which can quickly identify disease-fighting antibodies in people who already have been infected but may have had mild symptoms or none at all. This is different from the current, sometimes hard-to-come-by diagnostic tests that draw on nasal swabs to confirm active infection. Several private companies have begun selling blood tests for COVID-19 antibodies outside the United States, including California-based Biomerica Inc., who said its test sells for less than $10. The company already has orders from Europe and the Middle East. U.S. President Trump has signed into law an act that requires increased U.S. support for Taiwan internationally, which will likely infuriate China, already angry with Mr. Trump's criticism of the handling of the coronavirus outbreak. The Taiwan Allies International Protection and Enhancement Initiative, signed into law Thursday with strong bipartisan support, requires the U.S. State Department to report to Congress on steps to strengthen Taiwan's diplomatic relations. It also requires the United States to alter engagement with nations that undermine Taiwan's security or prosperity. China claims democratically and separately ruled Taiwan as its own territory and regularly describes Taiwan as its most sensitive and important issue in ties with the United States. The U.S. Justice Department has indicted Venezuela's socialist leader Nicolas Maduro and several key aides on charges of narco-terrorism. The department accused them of conspiring with Colombian rebels to flood the United States with cocaine. The sweeping action is bound to heighten tensions between Washington and Caracas as the spread of the coronavirus threatens to collapse the health system and oil-dependent economy. I'm Tommy McNeil, VOA News.
Great news.